Okay, so we have two things to talk about here in today's afternoon video. I wanted to talk a little bit about the whole Mitchell Miller thing, and not because of what happened beforehand where he was renounced as a draft pick by the Arizona Coyotes, but there was a report coming out over here on Championat.com, which is a Russian sports website. They published an article over here earlier today, and if we translate it from Russian into English, the title reads this: Former Arizona prospect Mitch Miller may pursue a career in the KHL. Now, this kind of got everybody set ablaze, because it was posted onto Reddit talking about how, could we see Mitchell Miller in the KHL? And then people were talking about this on Twitter too. If we actually read the first paragraph, again, this is translated from Russian to English, so the translation may not be perfect. The former prospect of the Arizona Coyotes, defender Mitch Miller, may continue his career in the KHL. One of the main options for continuing a player's career is SKA. The next parts of the article goes over just what exactly happened and why he was renounced as a pick. We've already spoken about that. Let's not get into detail here, but this is all the article says. One of the main options for continuing a career is SKA St Petersburg, and this is it. Again, maybe something is lost in translation here, but all the article is suggesting is that he could continue his career with SKA St Petersburg. The title on Reddit, talking about how they say SKA is interested, according to what we just read here, translated from Russian to English, that's not true. It's just suggesting SKA as a potential possibility. And I saw everybody on Twitter talking about, he's going to the KHL, he's going over there. There's been nothing that's even been remotely in the realm of confirmed. This article on Championat.com is just saying it could be a suggestion. Furthermore, we spoke in the previous video about how Mitch Miller was actually renounced as a Coyotes pick. Well, a few days after that, he was renounced as a hockey player for the University of North Dakota's Fighting Hawks hockey team. They said that he's going to be allowed to go to school, but that he is not going to be allowed to suit up for the hockey team because he's not allowed to anymore. And that's another problem too. There's no way a guy like Mitch Miller is going to be able to go to the KHL next year and be a college student. That's not going to work like that. For the foreseeable future, it looks like he is going to try and pursue his education, so it's weird to take a look at it and say, okay, KHL is next up for this guy when it's probably not. Furthermore, this guy was a 4th-round pick. Some people said that he probably could have had the talent to be a 2nd-round pick, but at the end of the day, this guy's an 18-year-old who was playing in the USHL last year, where he had a pretty okay amount of points, and he displayed some pretty good skills, but there's no way that a guy like this is going to be able to go to the KHL immediately after. The step up from the USHL to the NCAA is big enough. The step up from the USHL to the KHL is even bigger. It surpasses the SHL, the Liga, some may even say the AHL too. If you're out here thinking that Mitch Miller could realistically play in the KHL after being a guy who suited up for 2 years in the major junior American program, then I don't know what to tell you, man. This guy was, at best in some people's eyes, a 2nd-round caliber talent. Who goes from the 2nd round from American junior hockey to the #1 pro league in Russia right away? Who knows if down the line sometime we see Mitch Miller in the KHL, but for now, this article, it was just a suggestion. Next up, our other piece of news, we have ourselves a shorter one here. It's Dominik Kahun, a guy who has actually had a pretty nice run in the NHL. According to a German ice hockey outlet, he is signed with the Edmonton Oilers. Nothing is confirmed as of the time of this recording, but a reporter did come out and he did make these tweets that if you translate it, do indeed say that, hey, it's a 1-year contract. Kahun is going over to Leon Draisaitl's hockey team to reunite the two, and it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys play together. Dominik Kahun is 25 years old. He plays all forward positions, 5'11", 174 pounds. He's a guy who played with the Blackhawks, the Penguins, and the Sabres. His NHL career has been pretty spectacular so far, points per game wise. As in his 138 games played, he has 68 points, just under half a point a game in his career. As a 37-point guy with the Blackhawks, a 27-point guy in 50 games with the Penguins, and then a pretty good 4 points in 6 games producer for the Buffalo Sabres, there certainly is somewhat of a valuable profile here, especially for a guy who is only 25. At the time of this recording, we're still waiting for an AAV, plus we're still waiting for the official announcement, but because the guy who is actually tweeting this is a reporter for German ice hockey outlets, it's called ice hockey, which if you translate it from German to English, says ice hockey. Yeah, I know, it's very self-explanatory, but by the time this gets announced, my gosh, we're gonna have ourselves a very, very deep Oilers forward core, and man, you guys are really loading up here. If Ken Holland is able to get this guy for a pretty cheap contract, then hey, this could be very good news. So, talk to me in the comments what you think about all this stuff. I hope you enjoy this video. That's Ross 99. And bye.